light. Lagos State Parking Authority clarifies unauthorized permits, misuse of authorities' branding. Federal government inaugurates Council for Protection of Critical Infrastructure. On the foreign scene, Hong Kong jails pro-democracy leaders on subversion charges. And in sport, Nigeria's duo of Ademola Lookman, Stanley Nwabali make final shortlist of Confederation of Africa Football Awards. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, has clarified that the on-street parking scheme in Lagos is yet to commence, and no individual or agent has been issued permits to charge fees for on-street parking to collect our parking charges. I said the clarification became necessary. Its attention was drawn to a video circulating online showing a man identified as Isaiah seen wearing a jacket branded with the Lagos State Government and LASPA logos. LASPA, in a statement issued, explained that the individual in the video is not an authorized agent of the agency, and the permit shown in the video is specifically issued for setback parking. While noting that the permit is not being used for its intended purpose in the video, LASPA has categorically stated that all activities or actions suggested in the video are illegal. LASPA encouraged the public to be cautious and avoid engaging with individuals who may be posing as its agents without proper authorization, urging the public to disregard any misleading information about parking permits or charges from unauthorized sources. The Lagos State Government, in line with its plans to further uplift vulnerable persons in the state, will today commence the Social Protection Stakeholders Sensitization Campaign tagged Lagos Social Protection Programs Awareness Campaign at the Ikeja Division. The goal of the Ibile Social Protection Awareness Campaign is to further increase public awareness about the Lagos State Government's social protection policy, as well as a single social register, which currently has about 2.6 million registered persons on its database. It is also to highlight the activities of the Interministerial Committee on Social Protection across the 5 divisions of the state in Ikeja, Badagry, Ikorodu, Lagos Island, and awareness campaign and empower vulnerable citizens in the state. Barely 2 months after the September completion deadline flop, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, has explained why it could not deliver the much-awaited Port Harcourt Refinery Company. NNPCL Chief Corporate Communications Officer Olufemi Shineye said the company encountered risks and challenges while carrying out the rehabilitation, being a brownfield project. He noted that the NNPC began the inauguration of critical equipment and processing units after the mechanical completion in Nigeria. Shineye said the issues were resolved and unveiling activities have resumed, stressing that work is being carried out to project completion. The Federal Safety Corps, FRSC, has announced an immediate clampdown on fake diplomatic and unauthorized number plates on vehicles across Nigerian roads. Corps Public Education Officer Olusegun Ogunbemide said the directive issued by the Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed is part of efforts to strengthen national security and curb criminal activities facilitated by fraudulent vehicle identification. According to the FRC, the fake number plates, which include inscriptions such as diplomatic number plates, NYCN, Peace Ambassador, AUS, CYMS, UN Unity 01, UN AMB, and NANS, among others, are neither produced by the FRC's official plants nor issued by state motor licensing authorities. The Corps revealed that these plates are often used by criminals for illegal and nefarious activities. The FRC said vehicles found using these unauthorized plates will be impounded and their owners prosecuted, adding that it will collaborate with other security agencies to trace and shut down the sources of these fake plates, ensuring that both producers and users are held accountable. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has inaugurated a coordinating council for critical national assets and infrastructure protection in the country. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu inaugurated the council, which consists of heads of security agencies and other relevant stakeholders in Abuja. Ribadu, who is the chairman of the council, said these became necessary in furtherance of the government's resolve to ensure the safety, security, resilience, and sustainability of the country. He noted that critical national assets and infrastructure, which underpin the nation's transportation system, energy grids, communication networks, and essential services, are the backbone of the society. According to Ribadu, the Council is not just a response to security threats, but a proactive step towards fostering collaboration, innovation, and strategic planning. The federal government says it is liaising with the National Assembly leadership to increase its annual housing budget to a minimum of 500 billion naira, starting with the 2025 budget cycle. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, who made this known, argued that the appeal became necessary as the 50 billion naira annual budget for housing is grossly inadequate compared to the yearly 5.5 trillion naira required to address the housing deficit. Dangiwa said this would encourage expansion of housing projects to cover the remaining 18 states and increase the unit count per state from 250 to at least 500. The minister also announced the establishment of the National Social Housing Fund, which aims to ensure that all Nigerians, especially low-income earners and vulnerable and underprivileged groups, have access to decent and dignified housing. The Nigerian Air Force says airstrikes conducted by the air component of Operation Fasanyama killed several terrorists in Niger State. The operation also targeted strategic arms depot and the residence of a notorious kingpin, Malam Saleh. In a statement, the NAF's Director of Public Relations and Information, Olushola Akimboyewa, said Saleh's reign of terror had devastated vulnerable communities in Shiroro with attacks, abductions, and extortion, leaving a trail of fear. Akimboyewa stated that the operation is part of the NAF's logistics strangulation strategy, designed to weaken terrorist strongholds and restore peace to the region. He added that collaborating with surface forces, the NAF will maintain dominance through constant patrols, situational awareness, and targeted interdictions. Now to foreign news. A Hong Kong court has sentenced key pro-democracy leaders to years in jail for subversion following a controversial national security trial. Tai and Joshua Wong were among the so-called Hong Kong 47 group of activists and lawmakers involved in a plan to pick opposition candidates for local elections. Tai received 10 years while Wong received more than 4 years. A total of 45 people were found guilty of conspiring to attempt subversion after 2 people were acquitted. The trial marked the largest use of the national security law, which China imposed on Hong Kong shortly after the city's explosive pro-democracy protests in 2019. In our sport, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman and goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali have both been named in the final 5-man shortlist for the CAF Player and Keeper of the Year awards, but defender William Troost Ekong missed out on the final list. 3 weeks after releasing the list, CAF has officially unveiled the top 5 nominees in each of the men's categories of the upcoming CAF Awards 2024, set to take place in Marrakesh, Morocco, by December 16. Atalanta Europa League hero Lookman leads the final shortlist for the Men's Player of the Year award, along with Cote d'Ivoire's Simon Adingra, Guinea striker Sehu Girassi, Morocco defender Ashraf Hakimi, and South Africa goalkeeper Rowan Williams. Chippa United goalkeeper Wabali, who starred for Nigeria during the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire earlier this year, will go head-to-head with Williams again for the goalkeeper's gong, along with Manchester United and Cameroon goalkeeper Andre Onana, Cote d'Ivoire's Yahya Fofana, and Egypt's goalkeeper Mustafa Shaber. The 2024 CAF Awards cover the period between January 2024 and October 2024. And that ends the news at 10. Just before we go, do not drink and drive. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women residents in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, has clarified that the on-street parking scheme in Lagos is yet to commence, and no individual or agent has been issued permits to charge fees for on-street parking or to collect hourly parking charges. The federal government has inaugurated a coordinating council for critical national assets and infrastructure protection in Nigeria. We also told you that a Hong Kong court has sentenced key pro-democracy leaders to years in jail for subversion following a controversial national security trial. And in sports, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman and goalkeeper Stanley Wabali have both been named in the final 5-man shortlist for the CAF Player and Keeper of the Year awards, but defender William Troost Ekong missed out on the final list. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fabulagu. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.